speaking of trades though, man, we got to talk about it, right? Like, and this is an NFL podcast. We have a very big and very loyal NFL fan base, so we try not to talk about anything that steps outside of the NFL. But every now and then, there's going to be a situation that's so outlandish, so bombastic, so crazy that it's going to even make other people or other channels or other it's going to divert your focus to that conversation. And obviously, I'm talking about the Luka Doncic trade, where the Dallas Mavericks traded him to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis. And we don't want to necessarily talk about the trade itself. If you there's you got the Brian Windhorses, the Kevin O'Connells, the Bill Simmons to break it down much better than we ever could, right? But I want to have a conversation about the business side of it, and just to really speak to the cold nature of the business of sports, right? And then have a conversation about some of the biggest NFL trades of all time. So before we get that though, as a basketball fan yourself, Rob, we are basketball fans too. How did you feel about that trade?
Well, Herbie, listen, what I'm about to say is something you've probably heard everybody say, but I just have to be honest because I'm pretty sure everybody felt this way. Herbie, the first post I saw, I thought this shit was bullshit. Herbie, the first time I seen it said Luka Doncic is going to the Lakers, I was like, oh man, did Shams get hacked again? Like, damn, bro, you can't have it happen twice. Come on, man. Herbie, a couple hours later, I get back online and I'm seeing this shit everywhere. And that's when it hit me. I was like, okay, so if they traded him, what did they trade him? Herbie, I see what they traded for. And it's funny because there's a lot of mixed opinions on, them getting Anthony Davis and the other guy that they got and yada, yada, yada. But Herbie, I got to be honest with you. The moment I saw the actual, what was swapped, I thought to myself, like, like the Mavs didn't even try. Like the Mavs, bro, Luka Doncic is a player, Herbie, you can demand a king's ransom for. Okay? There are only two, maybe three other players in the NBA that you might not trade for a guy like that. It's like I imagine Herbie the conversation went something like this, like him because apparently Palinka and the GM Nick I forget his name,
Nico Harrison.
Nico Harrison.
Oh, that name, trust
Apparently,
me, that name is entrenched. I would never forget Nico Harrison's name ever. Like,
bro.
ever.
The funny thing about Nico Harrison, right? Like, I just imagine a conversation, Nico being like, "Yo, bro, I like that AD man. He plays that defense, man. I fuck with that defense, man. What you want for AD?" And I bet Rob was like, "Man, get the fuck out of here. Come on, we're not trading ADs. LeBron's running mate. He's the future of the franchise. What if?" And this is Nico Harrison. What if I gave you Luca? Bullshit. I bet you Rob Pelinka said, bullshit. You're not gonna give me no fucking Luca. God, stop tugging my dick. And then and then Nico Harrison goes, we can get it in writing. Herbie. It was on after that. Like at the end of the day, bro, like this trade, this Herbie, it can't be that one of the greatest not one of the wildest, one of the most surprising trades we ever got in NBA history and sports history was so unserious, Herbie. It can't be that both of these things. You can't be both, Herbie. You can't be the wildest trade we ever seen and the most unserious trade I've ever seen in my life. It can't be both, and it is. That's the most shocking thing about it, bro. I can't believe that shit. Like, Herbie, I'm still in shock, and it's been talked about ad nauseum, and I'm still shocked about it.
All right, so I'll take you through my process. And again, we everybody, this is a universal. This was universally shared, right? So I don't want to get too caught up on the big side of it. But I woke up in the middle of the morning to take a piss. I looked at my phone. I went on IG. I saw the breaking news. I said, "Huh? Like, that ain't real. The fuck are they talking about?" Okay, I went on Twitter, and I'm always call it Twitter. I'm not calling it X ever. But I went on Twitter, and then I seen everybody making the jokes, and I'm like, okay, all right, this still has to be bullshit. Then I seen on ESPN Sports Center Stephen A talking about it. And I still didn't believe it, dog. I thought I was in the Matrix. I thought I woke up in a different universe, an alternate reality, bro. Like, and again, this is not supposed to happen. It's never supposed to happen. We might never see something like this again. And you're right. It is a very unserious trade. The way it was presented was unserious. Rob Pelinka, out of Nico Harrison's own mouth, laughed and did not believe it. He was like, wait, what? You're serious? And yes, he was serious. And everybody kicked Nico's back in, myself included. I've been on his ass. And then I've been on his ass. But this is going to be one of those trades that's going to be talked about for the next decade, because the more and the more and the more, everybody's going to try to figure everything out. Colin Cowherd, Bill Simmons, everybody is trying to figure everything out. They will research. You're going to have all these conversations, sources, everything about this trade. And one of the things, and this is why things take time, this is why conversations need time, and this is why conversations need time to breathe, because you need more information. Everybody thought this was initiated by Nico. Colin Cowherd said, nah, bro. This was above him. This was ownership. They did not want to pay that man $345 million. Nico Harrison is a fall guy. He is a meat shield. He is getting his ass kicked, and that's what comes with the job. But he's not even that stupid. Thank God he's not that stupid. Because as a black man, bro, he set us back 20 years with positions at a high clip. Holy crap. I'm so happy he's not that dumb. Holy crap. Shout out to Mars in the building, man. Shout out to the homie Mars in the building.
What's up, baby? What's up?
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold up. Rod, I gotta get this. I gotta get this comment. Our boy John back. Holy crap. Tua is concussed, Jalen Hurts, and that's the bottom line, brother. Oh, hey, Rod, relax. Chill, man. Chill. Just ignore. Hey, Rod.
Damn it, John.
When they go low, you go high, all right? When they go low, you go high, man.
So they say, man.
But I want to go ahead and talk about the business of this and the business of sports, right? Like, this right here showed everybody in every American sports. I don't know if it rung true how it got over to soccer and overseas, but I know in American sports, every top level athlete, the guys who think they're the best, the guys who think they're the most important, the guys who are the guys, the Carlos, the what's his name, Rod? Carlos, John Carlos Stanton, whoever you want, it doesn't matter, right? Like the top guys in their professions realized when Luka got traded, oh shit, if he
anybody
could get traded,
get it, man.
Anybody could get it. When you sign your name on that contract, you do not have your rights anymore. The only leverage you have at that point is your excellence. That's it. Your excellence is the only leverage that you have. The better you are, the less likely you will get traded, but you can get traded. That's what you gave up when you signed that contract. That's what you gave up in return to be paid millions of dollars. That's what you gave up when you decided to enter a professional sports league, dog. This is a business, which is why I show no love and no grace to these sports teams, and I always take sides of the players, because when it's in their best interest to fuck you over, they will. JJ Redick got traded while he was on a boat. He found out from his teammate while they were popping champagne. Say, hey, bro, you got traded, dog.
Well, Herbie, imagine ownership being so petty they cost you over $100 million.
116.
Ridiculous.
116.
Wow,
Like,
man.
they could have signed a man to a contract and traded him. Anybody would have traded him for him. This was personal. This was like, okay, you will never see $116 million. There's no endorsements. There's nothing that could get that back. That's $116 million that he will never see. No back end, front end, nothing. He's never going to get 9 figures. Think about it. Not 7.
That he earned. The man brought you to 2 conference finals and a finals. Like, he was the driving force of both of those things. Like, he earned, like, bro, that's what people dream of for their franchise. Like, he earned it. That's the part that's crazy.
Absolutely earned it, man. So let's go ahead and take this and merge these 2 conversations on the NFL side. So, speaking of trades, you have Luka. The fact that Luka get traded, that means anybody's on the table, right? And right now, the 2 biggest trade options, the 2 biggest trade targets in the NFL is 1, Cooper Kupp, and one a much more coveted prospect or coveted piece
Miles Garrett.
of Miles effing Garrett, right? So
Mm-hmm.
how would Miles Garrett get to the Miami Dolphins? What would it take for them? Who are you giving up? How many people would you trade for Miles Garrett right now?
Herbie, I'll keep it 1,000 with you, man. There is nobody I would say we keep, man. Whatever, if they want to get to it, fucking take him too, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Like Herbie, Miles Garrett, we can start Herbie. A play like Herbie. People have to understand when you get players of that caliber, a Hall of Fame caliber talent, Herbie. You got to be willing to bet the farm for him. And I'll tell you, the Dolphins are one season away from being in real rebuild mode anyway. So I don't care what the hell we give up, nigga, because he is something that is constant. He is something that is proven. He is a defensive player of the year. Herbie, whatever we need, whatever the Browns want to take from us, man, take it if we want them that bad. I know the Dolphins, the organization won't feel that way about it. Obviously, I'm sure there are some fans who'd be a little more analytical about it. But if I'm just being honest with my soul, Herbie, there's just I don't think we could ever give up too much to get a guy like that. I really don't. I honestly don't.
Yeah, you really can't. Like, and again, I get it because he's just a DN, but he's the reigning defensive player of the year. I think in the past 3 years, he's seen the most double teams not named from a player not named Aaron Donald. Like he would change
Mm-hmm.
everything, bro. And he's on the table. He wants to get traded, but here's the problem. Secret guys, and I'm gonna whisper this. I'm gonna whisper this. There's no NFL free agency. Free agency doesn't exist in the NFL. If Miles Garrett wants to leave the Miles Garrett, put like this: in the NFL, you're so beholden to the team. Miles Garrett he can't even retire and try to sign with another team because the Browns still have his rights into perpetuity, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to play for the Browns, you have to retire, dog. There's no free agency. There's no getting off of the one. You would have to be so bad, so chaotic, and so terrible in the locker room that they say we can't have this dude here anymore. That's the only way Miles Garrett gets out of the Browns. That's it. There is no free agency. You have no leverage. You don't if you don't sign a contract, cool. They'll just franchise tag you. And then they'll franchise tag you again. The best you can hope for is a transitional tag, which means 2 first-round picks. And then they'll just offer to match it anyway. So that's not even real. We've seen that with Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, which a lot of people don't understand. Lamar Jackson was never available. Myles Garrett is not available unless the Browns want to make him available. And the Browns GM said he ain't going nowhere. You ain't got enough first-round picks to give me for me to trade him, bruh. So
Pretty
Myles
much.
Garrett, dog, you gonna enjoy Cleveland, buddy.
Get used to it, my friend.
Get used to Ohio, buddy. You've been used to
Get
it
used to
for
it, man.
you've been used to it already, man. Get used to it, buddy. Um, Let me go ahead and